Lucy, has anyone else got their hand raised at all?
Councillor Allen, I think.
Is that from before, Councillor Allen?
No, mate, I just wanted to say that I totally agree with most of what Councillor Muldowney has said. Definitely, in terms of the impact assessments, the health impact assessment, surely this evidence that is going to be produced is going to be somewhat damning. It can't be good. And I'd like to ask Anna how far we've got along with how our professionals looking into to those impact assessments. How far have we got along with that?
Thank you, Chair. So we've got our technical team obviously reviewing all of the DCO documents. We have a weekly meeting to catch up with the team to work out where we are in light of that. At the moment, we're focusing on the lands work, so council-owned lands acquisitions, and also the development consent order itself. So we've allowed ourselves time to review the DCO documents. Highways England did originally say they wanted a response mid-January on some documents, so we're prioritising the documents that they wanted to see earliest, one of which is the transport assessment. But the intention is we'll have the review complete, ready to come back to task force in March, because that's what we've identified on the work programme. And just for clarity, the review of the DCO documents where it refers to the environmental impact assessment includes the health impact assessment, because the health impact assessment forms part of all of those DCO documents.
Thank you, Anna. Do you feel that that report, when it comes to light, when it comes to fruition, that it will be a damning report that is, is just simply not going to be very positive?
Not necessarily, no. And I think we've already had some disagreements between the view of professional officers and members in regards to various elements of this scheme. And it comes back to what we've talked about before, that there are standards associated with the environmental impact assessment. And whilst a road going round the back of Chadwell St Mary that doesn't exist now, but may exist in 10 years' time, will clearly have an impact on air quality, because there isn't a road there. There aren't vehicles going past there at the moment. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to breach the standards. And it's only when something has a significant environmental effect that Highways England has to mitigate it. So no, I don't agree, I'm afraid. And I don't think that all of the relevant environmental impacts associated with this scheme are going to have a detrimental impact on the borough. I think there's a perception more than a reality. And unfortunately, unless something breaches those standards, Highways England doesn't have to mitigate it. And that's the law of the land. It's not Highways England's fault. It's simply the law of the land, the same as any developer that submits an application for development proposals in our borough.
I like how you say that, Anna, our borough.
Well, I've always viewed it as our borough, Councillor Allen, and actually I care deeply about what happens in Thurrock. So the comments made this evening about officers who don't live in the borough not caring, I actually take quite offence to.
That's your prerogative.
Let's keep it professional, please, members. I know you might have a difference of opinion.
Sometimes I'm a little confused who Anna actually works for, because I don't think she really has the best interests of Thurrock's.
I think these comments need to be taken offline, because I really don't think it's appropriate for Councillor Allen to be making comments against officers in a public forum like this. I'm quite happy to have a conversation separately about it.
Yep, like I said, let's take that offline if you've got a difference of opinion on that one. Moving on to the work programme, item 8, which is included on pages 21 to 24.